Like a mountain goat in a tuxedo, there's something mesmerizing about this vehicle. Extreme luxury, superior comfort, rugged and capable, while heavy and expensive. You can tell no ideas were off limits to the design team. I present to you the 2024 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. The Wagoneer has a storied legacy that began in 1963. The first generation, which enjoyed a remarkable 29-year production run, featured a full-size body-on-frame design that became synonymous with durability and off-road capability. This model was embraced by the off-road community for its performance in rugged terrain. During its second generation, the Wagoneer evolved into a more upscale vehicle, using the unibody Cherokee as its foundation. This shift continued into the third generation, where the Wagoneer was simply a top-of-the-line trim for the Grand Cherokee. Now in its fourth generation, the Wagoneer has returned to its core, built on the Ram 1500 platform. This modern approach blends the classic Wagoneer spirit with contemporary luxury and advanced technology. Luxury is up front and center as the retractable running boards descend and the mirrors move outward, rolling out the red carpet for your approach. At night, the door handles illuminate and Wagoneer displays proudly on the ground, shown from a small projector under each mirror to let the world know what VIP they're dealing with. As the large door opens, you're greeted by that new car smell, leather everything, and screens. A staggering 75 inches of available display screens, most of which are in the driver and passenger area. More screens than a sports bar. More on the driver user experience in a bit. Let's look under the hood first and see what makes this massive beast sing. The 2024 Grand Wagoneer is powered by a Hurricane twin-turbo 3-liter inline-six that cranks out 510 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque. Combined with a 4-wheel drive 8-speed transmission, the 6,400-pound behemoth will rocket from 0 to 60 in just shy of 6 seconds. If speed isn't your main concern, this Wagoneer can also tow almost 10,000 pounds, which makes it more than capable to haul your various towables. Fuel economy is respectable for its class, with 14 miles per gallon in the city, 20 on the highway, and 16 combined. This unit sports the available 22-inch wheels wrapped in 285/45 rubber, soaking up bumps like a mattress in a pillow factory. Both passenger and driver seats are 14-way adjustable with controls on the door. Heating, cooling, and massaging options are accessed via the comfort screen in the console. These are some of the most comfortable seats that I've ever seen in a vehicle. Moving towards the back, we now access the second and third row seats. A button on top of each second row captain's chair accelerates the seat forward while tilting to allow easy access to the rear. I'm 6 feet and of average American weight and had no issue navigating my way to comfort. This particular Grand Wagoneer is the L model. The L is 226.7 inches long, giving it that extra stretch compared to its regular counterpart, which measures in at 214.7 inches from bumper to bumper. This means more legroom even in the third row, and it seats 7 passengers comfortably. The rear occupants have their own sunroof, which is unpowered but still provides much appreciated light or a view of the night sky. There is a cup holder, USB and USB-C power ports on each side. Additionally, the 60/40 split seats have electronic adjustments, which allow you to customize your fit quite nicely. The rear seats fold flat and are 100% power operated, making it easy to customize your cargo space. Moving to the rear of the Grand Wagoneer, we have a powered liftgate, which is expected at this price point. The rear cargo area is highly customizable with multiple tie-down points, cubbies, and power ports. Underneath the mat, you'll find the roof rack rails and emergency equipment located underneath this trim panel. Once again, we have the controls for the power folding third row seats, as well as the power release for the second row chairs. Once all seats are down, the interior really opens up with 94 cubic feet of interior cargo volume. We have more tie points and a 12-volt outlet on the passenger side here as well. The rear hatch close button is here, but if your hands are full, you'll find the photo-activated gate control just under the rear bumper. Locking gas cap cover here, and premium 91 octane fuel or higher is required with this twin-turbo engine, something to keep in mind when preparing to fill the massive 26-gallon fuel tank. Moving on to the driver's side second row seat, you'll see our passenger comfort panel. From here you can control the heat and cool the seat functions, as well as the climate controls for temperature, vent mode, and fan speed. The console has a sliding lid up top housing the USB and USB-C charging ports, with a generous cubby space underneath. Dual cup holders just below the screen, and here's a shot of that passenger second row seat. Not quite as plush as the driver's area, but still amazingly comfortable. On the rear of the forward center console, you'll find more power ports with 120 volt AC outlet and keyed power 12 volt standard outlet. The adjustable vents point right at the passengers, and there are even adjustable vents on the B pillars as well. The passenger area also has sunscreens built into each door so you can block out the light on those scorching days. And now we move on to the driver's seat and the driving experience. Hitting the push button powers up the starting sequence on the customizable dash display. The flat bottom steering wheel houses the option buttons for the dash, as well as the cruise controls and typical wheel options of today. As mentioned, the 14-way adjustable driver and passenger seats have controls on the door, letting you dial in your fit to your own unique style. More controls are housed in the lower center touchscreen, whose sole function is comfort. You can activate all adjustments located on the doors, as well as the HVAC modes and the massaging seat functions. There's nothing more luxurious than having a ventilated seat that also massages you while on the road. There are many different massaging modes, my favorite being waterfall, and here you can see the massagers in action. On the lower left of the gauge display, you'll find the headlight controls and the adjustable pedal switches. Again, there is no issue of dialing in your unique fit to this vehicle. Here you see the rear view camera feed, which can be switched off and dimmed for night driving. Located in the center, you have the heated and ventilated seat controls. The infotainment system is pretty typical for today's standards. CarPlay, navigation, audio controls, interior lighting is all accessible here. Just below you have the transmission control dial and access to the hidden cubby behind the seat touchscreen. Here you have wireless phone charging, 12 volt power, USB and USB-C charging ports, and dual HDMI ports as well. To the left of the transmission dial you have your selectable terrain 4-wheel drive options: rock, sand, snow, auto, and sport, as well as 4-wheel drive low. To the right you have the adjustable ride height modes. From here you can raise and lower the suspension on the fly for varying off-road conditions. On the passenger side, you'll see yet another touchscreen where you can access those HDMI inputs and display modes for the passenger compartment. It's harder to film as there's a privacy type covering on it, limiting the driver from distraction. Back to the console, there are 2 good-sized cup holders and a chilled compartment underneath the console lid. An optional personal safe can be fitted to this area as well. Again, on the lid we have a sliding cover with USB and USB-C ports located below. Overhead you have your panoramic sunroof controls, fully automated of course. The shade will slide back completely out of the way with the touch of a button, and the sunroof will open up to about the halfway point. There is so much tech on the Grand Wagoneer you could spend an entire video on just that. But one point of technology I'd like to showcase is the 360-degree cameras. Despite the 6,400 pound curb weight and the 226.7 inch overall length, driving and parking this monster is surprisingly easy. Of course you have the standard backup camera, but what the 360 view will show is everything else. You can easily see just how even you are in the spot and the forward obstacles as well. While the size is intimidating, the Jeep will ease into the tightest of spots as long as you're willing to trust those cameras. The driving experience of the Grand Wagoneer is just exceptional. Turn up the 23-speaker McIntosh sound system, customize every single detail of the ride to your liking, and just cruise. The ride is soft when you want it, but not a stranger to rough roads. The 510 horsepower from that twin-turbo engine is available anytime you need it, and trust me, this massive beast will move. It's like strapping a jet engine to a couch. The heads-up display will absolutely confirm this. Besides all that, when you're just enjoying a leisurely cruise, there's something special about it. You know you're in the best luxury SUV available today, and people on the street will know it as well. There's no shortage of attention from bystanders that know what they're looking at. And I have to admit, I was a bit nervous to just park this $90,000 masterpiece and walk away from it in certain areas. While I'll probably never be able to afford a vehicle like this comfortably, I absolutely enjoyed being able to drive it around for a day. It opened up my eyes to what a vehicle can be, and the plushness I never knew I was missing. This is the 2024 Jeep Wagoneer L.